what I'll do is try to take you through a comprehensive framework of research that I had developed a couple of years ago. Let's see if I can share it with you. Can you see this chart? Is this chart visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is a very dense chart, and I will be using this chart in several classes. I'll be discussing portions of this chart after some, class after class. This is a chart which in one sheet tries to capture the essence of research and research methodology in one single sheet. It is a highly compressed and highly structured chart, and I will share the copy of this with you. But just sharing will not help. I need to explain it to you because I had taken several years to create this chart. Okay, let us first see. Where do I begin? Let me begin at the lowest, this box, Empiria. So the word has, there is an empirical word, Empiria I can call it, which is the real word, okay, which is full of objects that can be studied. Okay, so Empiria consists of biological word, physical word, psychological word, social word, or cyber word, that is the software, the algorithms, etc., and symbolic word, certain things. So all this together is called Empiria, right? Somebody may be interested in biological word, somebody may be interested in physical word, somebody may be interested in psychological, somebody may be interested in social word. Okay, and maybe there are other words that can be added. Okay, so all this is Empiria, and these words have real entities. There are real entities in the word that are represented by it. Biological word, you and I are parts of that biological word. Physical word, this table, this chair, all that is part of that physical word. Psychological word, our psychology, our ego is part of the psychological word. Our needs are part of the psychological word. Our behavior is part of the psychological word. Okay. Social word, even business is part of the social word. Society is part of the social word. Caste is part of the social word. So many things are part of, village is part of the social word. So many things are part. So you may be interested in some aspect of the biological word. A researcher, depending upon one's discipline and interest, may be interested in some aspect of this or that word, any of these words. So these words consist of various kinds of objects, entities, events, regions, okay, various kind of things, activities, okay, time, various things are there in these words. All of this, the systems, these words may have systems, situations, processes, okay. Okay. So Empiria has variety of words, and these words consist of things like this. Okay, and even this. Okay, now all these could be natural or man-made. Some of this is natural, nature has created. Some have been created by us. They may be real or simulated. Simulated means they are not real. We have created a situation, we have simulated them on computer or without computer. Some simulation can happen even without computer also. They may be now or they may be past. For example, a historian researcher, history researcher does not usually study the objects of the present, they study the objects of the past. Sometimes they study the objects of the present also. In order to understand the meaning of the objects of the past, they may have to study the objects of the present also. Okay, So these things, these objects, these entities, these events, these regions, these situations, these processes, these products, all of this can be man-made or natural, can be real or simulated, can be past or present. Okay, all this is Empiria. All this is Empiria. Right?
Yes,
and one thing that I am putting in this Empiria is a symbolic word also. That is a word of symbols. It doesn't have a real object, it is only a symbol, like our alphabets, like our words. Okay, that's symbolic word or mathematical symbols. That's a symbolic word. Okay, so all of this is the whole thing where a researcher may be interested in a part of it. A researcher may be interested in some selected event, some selected entity, some selected region, some selected situation or a group of situations, some process or a group of processes, some system or a group of systems, some phenomena or a collection of phenomena, some activity or a group of activities, some language or a group of languages, something in the space, some geography, or some portion of time from this time to that time. So a researcher may be interested in any of these, singular or a group, with reference to any of this. So depending upon what kind of word are they interested, they become biologists, they become chemists, they become physicists, they become computer scientists, they become finance experts, because the word that they are interested in is different, and each word has a group of these, some mechanism, some practice, some profession, some entity, some event, all of this. So you look at any research, a research thesis or a research paper, you can see what kind of word has been studied by the researcher, and you can also see what kind of entities, events, region, situation, process, which of these has been the focus of interest, what has been studied by the researcher, or maybe a group of these, event and process, event and maybe entity and region. Okay, or maybe an activity has been studied, or a language has been studied. So, and that is why every researcher can do a unique work. Is there an end to research? Can anybody see a time when all the knowledge will be discovered and there will not be any need to research further?
no, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No? Correct. It will not be possible because a new researcher will choose maybe some event which has not been studied, or some combination, some event and some activity together that has not been studied together in the context. So you as a researcher, the first thing that you got to define is what is the word that you are interested in, and you can combine the words, right? And where do you want to focus your study? What do you want to study? You want to study some natural thing, or you want to study some man-made thing, right? So you please list what kind of man-made things can be studied in your discipline. Yeah.
What's this?
What kind of man-made things, entity, event, region, situation, process, etc., can be studied in your discipline? Whatever is your discipline.
So my discipline is human resource management. Then in this, everything is based on humans.
Yes. So man-made. What can you study? What can you study as a researcher?
The behavior of humans.
But behavior is natural. Behavior is not man-made. Behavior is nature. What is an example of man-made can you give? which is not coming out of nature, which has been created by man. This pen is
Training
man-made.
processes.
Huh?
Training processes.
Computer.
Training processes.
Okay, training process is a man-made thing, and one can study the effectiveness of training process, and that is a valid research problem. So in every discipline, I want you to tell me at least one example. Everybody should tell me at least one example of some man-made thing that can be the object of interest or focus of interest of a researcher.
Sir, in marketing,
Yes.
brand image, logo, competitive advantage, product image.
So you are saying and so many things. Let us pick one. So you may
Okay.
study the
Brand.
logos of different company.
Okay, logo.
You said logo. So I mean, it would hardly make a research topic if somebody just studies one company's logo. There would be very little to contribute. But I think it is perfectly okay to study the logos of different company. How the logos have evolved over, let's say, 100 years of,
Yeah.
100-year-old companies, and why did it evolve, and what was the impact of that changing logo? That can be a topic of a paper. Somebody may just write a paper on this. Somebody may study, collect a lot of data, collect stories, look at 100-year-old companies and see have their logos changed over time or not, and if they have, why did they change it, and what impact did the change have? This is a perfectly topic of doing some research and writing a good paper in some good quality research journal. Perfect. Yeah. Payal?
So in finance, financial statement, investments made by entrepreneur.
Perfect. Balance sheets are man-made, so one can just study the balance sheets or the financial statements and come to certain conclusions. Okay, that's man-made. Yeah. So and engineers, I need not talk about man-made things because they create all the man-made things only. So study a device, study a machine, study an algorithm, all that is man-made. Now let's look at natural. Maybe in your discipline you have natural things to study. So think of some natural thing that can be studied in your discipline. So this discussion is actually, you should appreciate, is trying to help you to design your research problem. Once you know what all can be studied, you start thinking that what all can be studied within the realm of my discipline, and then you define the research problem. That if I study this, then I study its properties, I study its context, I study its relationship with other things. So when you study something, you study its properties, right? Properties means it's the relationship with other things also. So you study means study the property of something. So you select that, study the property, develop a description of the characteristic of that focus of interest that you have, and that's a good research. Okay. So what natural things can be studied in your discipline?
So risk factor we can study in finance.
Risk factor, is that natural? Risk factor of what?
Like financial risk or investment risk.
No, is that risk? Is the risk natural?
Yes, sir. I think it occurred due to natural phenomena. Means
Well, it could. You can't be so definite with that all risks are natural, because certain risks are because of the man-made mistakes.
yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
So it's a very, very easy position to take, that all the risks are because of the nature. Nature is not all that cruel. Sometimes we have been cruel with the nature, and those after effects are because of our mistakes, not nature's fault. Okay, anyway, you continue to keep thinking as to the focus of interest in your discipline can be something that is happening now or something that existed or happened in the past. It could be past or present. It could be natural or man-made, synthetic, or it could be real or simulated. And you may like to focus your interest on any of these things. Okay, any of these things in the red box on the left side, with reference to anything on these, any of the word that you choose, any of these things on the right side. This is the word that we call as imperia. Okay. This is studied through a detailed study process. It is converted into scientific knowledge. How that happens, we will see. But through some process, through a detailed process, you already have some idea. You know, these things are converted into scientific knowledge. Okay. So obviously it will require observation. Obviously it will require some thinking. Obviously it will require some analysis. Obviously it will require some imagination. It will require all that, but we'll see that later. How all this gets converted into this, we will see later. But this, to convert these things into this is the objective of research. To convert what is there in the imperia into scientific knowledge is the objective of research. A research must create scientific knowledge. And there is a, when I say scientific knowledge, how is scientific knowledge different from other forms of knowledge? Research must give us scientific knowledge, not just knowledge.
Sir, because we have observation and results.
Okay, we have observation. Yeah.
Science, in scientific knowledge, everything is we proved. Without proving, everything is the assumption. So in scientific knowledge, without any proof, we cannot take that as a scientific knowledge.
Okay. Anything else? So scientific knowledge, when I say, it does not mean only physics, chemistry, maths.
No.
Scientific
Also-
knowledge would mean psychology. Scientific knowledge would mean finance. Scientific knowledge would mean electronics. Scientific knowledge would mean computer science. So scientific knowledge in all our disciplines. All our disciplines are scientific disciplines. So do not assume that since I have not been a student of science, as the school called science, I did not study physics, chemistry, maths in school in the after 10th class, and my discipline was considered to be a discipline of arts stream or of commerce stream. So talk to me about commerce knowledge, not of science knowledge. That is not, we are not talking of that. Okay. So all the disciplines that are actually studied by at least all of you are scientific disciplines. All the theories that you have studied in your textbooks in different levels have been proposed, developed, verified, tested by the researchers in that discipline. Okay, so look at your discipline as a scientific discipline. Okay, so the knowledge that you produce has to be scientific knowledge. You choose any of these and you convert it into scientific knowledge. Scientific knowledge is different from other knowledges because of this characteristic. Okay. It is not. Scientific knowledge is something and it is not. What it is not, first of all, it is very important that when I say this, I know that it is a pen. That means I also know that this is not a chair, right? Or this is not a pencil. So when I know something about something, that means I know what it is and I also know what it is not. If I only know what it is and I don't know what it is not, I don't know it completely. In order to know something well, I must know what it is and I must also know what it is not. Are you with me on that? So what scientific knowledge is not about answering all questions. All questions cannot be answered by scientific knowledge. We can answer some questions, many questions, not just some. We can answer many questions, but we cannot attempt to answer all questions through scientific knowledge. ठीक है, बहुत सारी चीजें हैं जिसके लिए साइंटिफिक नॉलेज से आंसर नहीं निकलेगा. Scientific knowledge does not try to give a truth which is unalterable. ध्रुव सत्य नहीं बताती, है ना? The truth that we create out of scientific investigations, out of research, is not unalterable. It can be altered in future by other scientists or by ourselves. We ourselves may like to change our discovery of the past. Okay, scientific knowledge is not authoritarian. Authoritarian क्या होता है?
Nobody can question.
हाँ, इसको क्वेश्चन नहीं कर सकते, ये तो ऐसा ही है. It is beyond question. You can't question it. इस पर डाउट नहीं कर सकते, ये तो यही है. So, such is not the characteristic of the scientific knowledge. Right? What it is, as some of you said, it is validated. है ना? वो जो scientific knowledge जो होती है, उसका validation important होता है.
Yes, sir.
There are various validation techniques. How do you validate? You collect a lot of data, you verify whether it is correct or not. So there are various methods of validation of the scientific knowledge. And you know, whenever you read a research paper, you really see how that author has tried to validate the proposal that of the knowledge, the proposition that one has come out. Okay, it is validated through peer review, it is validated through logic, and it is validated through evidence. That is how the scientific knowledge is validated. Okay, peers are able to review it. The peers can, and through logic one can validate it, and one can collect some evidence. Okay, and so evidence, peer review, logic, these are the techniques of validating broadly. A combination of these. So scientific knowledge is validated. Customs in the society, religious beliefs in the society, which are also very powerful knowledge in the sense they govern the society to a very large extent. They are not open for validation. A scientist would be okay if his scientific discoveries are rejected because of validation. Okay. So, or limitations, in certain condition that works, but in certain condition it does not work. Possible that the knowledge that existed before, it is okay, it is correct, but it is not completely correct, and it is not always correct. There are situations in normal times it works, but in a situation like COVID, it does not work. In emergency situation, it does not work because the underlying situations, the assumptions have totally changed, and the phenomena is very different. Possible. So new knowledge may just establish this fact that past knowledge, which was, or past law that was, or past principle, or past concept that was proposed by someone else or by myself, is okay under normal circumstances, but is not okay under these circumstances. Possible. Scientific knowledge is interconnected. lot of scientific concepts are interconnected. Okay, within a discipline, certainly all the concepts are interconnected. And through those concepts, the interconnections exist across the disciplines. Okay, there is no discipline where all its concepts are so pure that they don't appear in any other discipline, right? So usually concepts are shared by different disciplines. Some concepts are important in discipline A as well as discipline B. And through these shared concepts, the knowledge across disciplines also gets interconnected. So scientific knowledge is interconnected, it is validated, and it is organized into different disciplines. Some disciplines are hard, some are soft. We will look at that later. So the physics, chemistry, maths, engineering, these are all hard disciplines. Psychology, sociology, these are soft disciplines. Okay, even management, soft discipline. Soft and hard does not mean hard is more difficult and soft is easy. It does not mean that. Okay. Some disciplines are pure, some disciplines are applied. Applied means they try to solve a real problem. They try to treat a patient. They want to create a seed which yields in better crop. They want to create a better business model. They want to create a better HR system. They want to create a better device. They want to create a better algorithm. Okay, those are applied disciplines. Or some disciplines are pure. They want to study the nature of the man. They want to study the nature of the society. They want to study the nature of the, let's say, bees, how the bees are. They want to study the leaves. They want to study the plants. So those are pure disciplines. You are not trying to create something for the benefit of the man. You are only trying to study whatever has already been created either by man or by nature. You're only trying to study that. You don't want to create something. That's pure discipline versus applied discipline. Certain disciplines study objects that are objects of life. Certain disciplines study objects that are objects of non-life. Okay. Some disciplines may study plants, animals. Some disciplines study stones or devices, right? So scientific knowledge is durable. It doesn't change every now and then. It doesn't change every day. Though it is not unalterable, very important to understand, though it is not unalterable, it can change, but it has a durability, because only after proper validation through peer review, through logic, through evidence, is some knowledge accepted as scientific knowledge. And because it has been accepted after testing, after validation, it is durable. It remains valid for quite some time until we have a better theory to explain that, until we have a larger conceptual framework to understand whatever. Okay, so scientific knowledge actually extends our understanding by improving the approximation to the truth. It does not try to give us the truth, the unalterable truth. Instead, it tries to give us a better approximation to the truth. You understand the difference? One is that it gives you the final truth. Other is, no, we are not making any such claims that we will give you the final truth. We are trying to give you a better, we will take you closer to the truth. Okay, so there is always a scope for improving the scientific knowledge, because you are closer than before to the truth. You are more approximately closer to the truth than before after the new version of the scientific knowledge. Okay, so these are the characteristics of the scientific knowledge. knowledge, that distinguishing from non-scientific knowledge. So non-scientific knowledge may claim I answer all the questions. You know, whenever somebody says that I have answered to all the questions, okay, or something has answers to all the questions, it may be very good, but it is not scientific. Somebody says it is unalterable truth because it is written there. It may be excellent, great, very good, but it is not scientific knowledge. I am not saying that some knowledge is not valuable because it is not scientific. Certain knowledge may still be considered as valuable, but let us not call that scientific. To be qualified as scientific knowledge, our knowledge must fall in these categories, must have these characteristics. If it cannot be validated, it is not scientific. Okay, validation is very, very important. Validation through logic, through evidence, through theory. Very, very important. Okay.
Yes.
So this is the nature of the scientific knowledge. So what is research doing? Research picks up these, some part of these words, some part, and within word, entity, event, region, etc., 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 some part of it, and through a very rigorous process, through a reliable process, converts this into scientific knowledge, which is having these characteristics. Any doubts on that? Any questions, comments on that?
No, sir.
So your purpose as a researcher is to create scientific knowledge. Your objective is to create scientific knowledge. Okay, which is valid, which can be validated. You don't try to answer all questions. You don't try to arrive at an unalterable truth. You don't try to create an authoritarian view of the knowledge. You create some knowledge which is a better approximation to the truth than before, and which can be validated.
So reliability comes with the validity, or it will come later on a stage?
Come again?
Reliability will come with the validity, or it
reliability.
will come later on a stage?
No, it is part of this. This is part of it. I mean, when I'm saying validated, it is, I mean, only validated region knowledge is reliable. Only validated knowledge is reliable. Other knowledge is not, in the word of science, not reliable. In the word of beliefs, yes, one may just rely on the knowledge which is not validated. ठीक है ना?
Okay, sir. Reliability will come with consistency.
Well, that is validation. When it is consistent, then you see that it is validated, repeated, it is validated. So, but consistency is also under given conditions.
So validity somewhere associated with accuracy. For what purpose we are doing research, and it's resulting for the same.
Accuracy, precision, all that would be other level that we will talk of. Accuracy, precision, reliability, etc., etc. Okay. Those are the characteristics of the facts that we discover as scientific knowledge.
Okay.
Postulates that we state as scientific knowledge, those will be the characteristics of that. Validation is at a higher level. Validation is that has it been checked to be correct?
Okay.
Can it be? Can somebody not because Sadhguru has said it? Okay, because it is not authoritarian. Because it is not authoritarian, hence it needs validation.
Okay.
it does not believe that it is revealed through the inspiration coming from the God. While intuition plays a great role in the creation of this knowledge, it is not accepted in that at that level. Intuition is very, very important. Intuition is very, very important for scientific discoveries. Very, very important. But it is not considered because intuition is very personal. A scientist cannot tell other scientists that, you know, भगवान मेरे सपने में आए थे और उन्होंने मुझे ये बता दिया, इसलिए ये सत्य है. You get that?
Yes, sir.
जबकि कोई संत जी ऐसा कह सकते हैं और उनकी बात मान ली जाएगी. साइंटिस्ट ये क्लेम नहीं कर सकता कि उसने सपने में भगवान हनुमान जी ने आके उसको दर्शन दिए और उसको ये बता दिया कि एवरेस्ट पहाड़ जो है उसका वजन इतना है. ठीक है ना, क्योंकि हनुमान जी ने उठाया था पहाड़ वो, तो हनुमान जी ने दर्शन दिए और उन्होंने बता दिया कि कितना वजन है हिमालय का.
Yes.
वो वैलिडेटेड नहीं है नॉलेज कि तुमको सपना आया कि नहीं आया, तुम झूठ बोल रहे होगे, है ना. और तुम जिनको हनुमान जी मान रहे हो सकता है तुमको हनुमान जी नहीं आए हो, तुम्हारा कोई ख्याल हो और तुमने मान लिया कि हनुमान जी आए थे.
भी हो सकता है.
हैं? या
मे बी इज ए नॉर्मल मंकी.
हाँ, कंफ्यूज भी कर सकते हो, कुछ भी कर सकते हो. वो हनुमान जी नहीं थे, वो तुम्हारा गली का बंदर था, है ना. और तुम हनुमान जी का नाम लेके तुम अपनी जो है वो पतंग उड़ा रहे हो कि लोगों का हनुमान जी में विश्वास है, यहाँ पे बड़के बालाजी का मंदिर है बढ़िया सा, तो उन हनुमान जी का नाम लेके और तुम अपनी पतंग उड़ाने में लगे हुए हो. तो इसलिए, और वो होता है उधर, बहुत कुछ ऐसा होता है. तो वैलिडेशन इज इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर साइंटिफिक नॉलेज. और वैलिडेशन के तरीके क्या है? सिंपल है. पीयर रिव्यू होगा, थर्ड पार्टी उसको चेक कर सके, आपके कहने से नहीं मानेंगे, दूसरे लोग उसको रिव्यू कर सकें, उसको चेक कर सकें. और वो चेक कैसे करेंगे? वो चेक करेंगे लॉजिक से, वो चेक करेंगे एविडेंस से. राइट? So that is the distinguishing nature of the scientific knowledge, and you got to create some scientific knowledge about something through research. That purpose must be very, very clear. You got to create some new scientific knowledge about something related to the word that you are interested in with reference to these things. This is the main purpose. All of you have to do this. With reference to these things, Imperia, you got to create some scientific knowledge having these characteristics. Then this scientific knowledge has two broad categories. One is idiographic, and the other is nomothetic. Okay, idiographic is about a specific event, a specific object, a specific region, or a group of specific regions. Okay, about a specific, when you are wanting to describe, to explain, to evaluate, or to with reference to a specific. ठीक है? You may be wanting to describe what happened in Kumbh ka Mela of 2020 at Haridwar. 2021, sorry. इस साल होने वाला है ना हरिद्वार में.
हो रहा है सर अभी.
हाँ, हो रहा है.
14 जनवरी से.
जाने का तो नहीं सोच रहे हो?
मैं यही हूँ सर.
अच्छा, तुम तो वही हो. करेक्ट 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 करेक्ट. तो बहुत लोग स्टडी करते हैं उसको, बहुत रिसर्चर आते हैं, वर्ल्ड पूरी दुनिया से लोग आते हैं. उसको स्टडी करने के लिए कि वहां हो क्या रहा है, और जो हो रहा है वो क्यों हो रहा है, right? Or you may pick up a company and study that, or you may pick up a scheme of a company, or a product of a company, or a process of a company, or a particular device. Okay, so when your focus is about a specific thing, it is called idiographic. When you are trying to create scientific knowledge about a specific village, a specific person, specific region, specific um, period, specific event, specific phenomena, specific activity, then this such knowledge is called idiographic knowledge. And this can be a description of that, कि वहां है क्या क्या, what all does it have, or it could be an explanation of that, why is it so. Okay, or it could be an evaluation of that, or it could be a prediction about that specific thing. ठीक है, कि इस कंपनी का स्टॉक अगले 5 दिनों में यहां पहुंच जाएगा, स्पेसिफिक प्रेडिक्शन और स्पेसिफिक प्रेस्क्रिप्शन. ठीक है, तो दिस इडियोग्राफिक नॉलेज, इस पर हम और डिटेल में बाद में बात करेंगे, बट दिस इडियोग्राफिक नॉलेज कैन बी इन द फॉर्म ऑफ डिस्क्रिप्शंस, explanations, evaluations, predictions, prescriptions. You may create scientific knowledge about some specific focus of interest that you choose in the object that you choose. इसमें से कुछ स्पेसिफिक चुना या ग्रुप ऑफ स्पेसिफिक चुना, और उसके बारे में डिस्क्रिप्टिव, एक्सप्लेनेशन, इवैल्यूएशन, प्रेडिक्शन एटसेट्रा रिसर्च करके निकाला. Such contribution is called idiographic. It could be description, evaluation, explanation, prediction, prescription. You understand the difference in these 5?
Yes, sir.
Okay. दूसरी साइंटिफिक नॉलेज होती है नोमोथेटिक. ये जनरल थ्योरी क्रिएट करने की कोशिश करती है, बजाय specific description about a specific thing. It tries to come out with laws, with taxonomies, with concepts, with models, with theorem, with principles. ठीक है, such knowledge is called nomothetic theory. तो scientific knowledge दो तरह की हुई, right? One is
Idiographic.
the details of specific, and these details could be descriptive, explanatory, evaluative, predictive, or prescriptive. These are some details about specific. Or this could be about general theories, general concepts, which are applicable across. It is not about, so by studying these, we end up creating general descriptions. ठीक है, अब ये जनरल डिस्क्रिप्शंस करने के लिए these idiographic may be necessary, because only after you have sufficient idiographic details can you think of generalizing those. You can't straight away move from here to here. You may need,
multiple idiographic.
correct, multiple idiographic descriptions may help you to come out with nomothetic. So the highest form of research contribution is nomothetic. Now, But all research contributions are valid. Some research paper you may describe idiographic, and after doing some work on this, you may come out with nomothetic. Okay? So आज हम we are not discussing the process today. We are only discussing what is research, so that we don't have any confusion about what is research. How to do it to बाद में. पहले we have to see what is research, what is expected. Expected is to convert these words and these objects of study, this focus of interest, into scientific knowledge, which has these characteristics and which can be broadly classified into these two forms. We, in our contribution, may create idiographic description, idiographic details through any of these 5 forms or a combo of these 5, or we may create nomothetic, or we may create some idiographic and some nomothetic. Good research would expect you to create some nomothetic theory also, not just idiographic details, because that is generic. It can be applied in many situations by different people. Okay? Have you understood it? Any questions on this?
No, sir.
All right, we'll stop here then.
Sir,
Yes.
am I audible?